When it comes to games, there is one type of game that I really like: indie games. I'm actually not much of a player since I generally like more to create new stuff and ideas, but indie games almost always get that feeling of real novelty, and usually for free or not much. And simplicity is usually a huge factor in this, and Himo gives a lot of that. First off, it has a really elegant and simple premise. You jump, you gain experience, and you release wisps that give you simple bonuses. At first, you think that they are just decorative things that float around you, but then you discover on your own that they affect your character, some being more powerful than others. This is the power of show, don't tell, and this is also a really good way to show that balance is not the focus on this game. Sure, you require a different amount of levels to unlock the different wisps, but their power is sometimes so little that you don't even notice it. The idea that you understand the rules as they go is again a really good example of show don't tell in this game. You progress to master the jump and the dash, understanding what the different things do, the crystals serving as recall points, other as dash boosters, etc. It's not just because this game is simple and contemplative that there isn't an endgame goal, which is reaching a high enough level to get all the wisps, which is 19, the highest wisp being the key, and to reach the district 11 and beyond. In my opinion, this is a classical roguelike, and I put an emphasis on roguelike. It's true that wisps carry over from games to games, and you're able to choose one that you will start with on your next run. However, as I said, they have so little impact on you that they may just be insignificant and just a decoration, but they still in fact have an impact. You want to rush levels early? Grab the level 17 one. You want to explore? Take the level 2 or 3 ones. You want to rush districts and maybe show off a little? Just choose the 11-17 wisps and follow it around. Obviously, I will not be able to talk about this game without talking about its atmosphere. It has a really beautiful and sometimes a bit eerie soundtrack. This soundtrack is supposed to react to the different action that you do, and when looking at the soundtrack, you can see when each is supposed to trigger, but I thought it was a bit unnoticeable or maybe not present at all. I wasn't able to really tell. There is a real emphasis on the past that get explored, probably after some sort of catastrophe, judging by the sequel, which will most likely develop the story aspects, and I recommend you that you wishlist it. The SFX are a great achievement in my opinion. The wisps sound they do while still detained to make you remember they're there, the sounds they make when joining and leaving you. All of this makes the world feel all the more alive, and obviously, all of this is brought together with the atmosphere, especially the sound of the rain, which is on part of the music, or for example the sound of the water that warns you early that you are getting near the bottom. Obviously, no game is perfect, and some bugs still exist. For example, there are some faulty animations, which honestly are not that important. There are some faulty generation when, for example, the exit door gets flooded and is not accessible, and there is a really good design choice that was made there. It's fixed with the ability to reroll each district by going back through the entrance gates, which is really nice. I also was able to find a bit of lazy coding. Sometimes the wisps will not move at all or maybe just flee you, but when they do not follow you, you can interact with them, and it will do the same thing as it happens when you go into the Wisp's garden, which simply sends you back to the main menu. It's a bit frustrating the first time it happens, and honestly I think it could be more easily avoided. Side note, it also happens after a teleport where they all are grouped up on top of you, annoying when you're for example trying to go through a door. There's a bit of missed opportunity for more interactivity with the world. For example, the statues and the graves both should have some sort of interactivity. The statues could glow as you approach them, maybe make a small music if you kneel in front of them. And the gravestones could have an interaction with the teleportation crystals, acting as new locations for those to happen. It won't do much in the way of gameplay, but it will definitely add more life to the world. I'm going to basically recite my Steam review of this game. It's a great atmospheric game, great to play for a few minutes or even hours. I was able to get all the achievements in 3 to 4 hours, and it still has some viability after that. Bringing the key to the 11th district, for example, is really challenging, and I recommend once you did all the achievements that you try to do it. If you want to have a time waster or a distressing game, download it and play it when you have downtime. But again, that's just my opinion.